What if I told you there's a place high in the Himalayas where men in their 80s still carry water up stone steps without pain, and where women past 90 bend, twist, and sit cross-legged every morning? No groans, no braces, no painkillers. For centuries, Western doctors dismissed these Himalayan monks as genetic miracles. But a 2024 joint study between Kyoto University and the Harvard Center for Human Longevity has finally uncovered their secret. 5 simple daily rituals that protect joints, muscles, and nerves long after 60. The shock? None of them involve medication, supplements, or gyms. And yet, MRI scans show these monks have inflammation levels 68% lower than the average senior, and cartilage density comparable to people in their 40s. One of the lead researchers, Dr. Naomi Ishikawa, said it best: "These monks don't fight aging. They cooperate with it, and the body responds by staying young." Before we reveal their 5 daily secrets, tell us in the comments your age and where you're watching from. We read and reply to every comment. And who knows, your story might help someone else start pain-free living today. Now, let's begin with the 5th secret, the one the researchers called the nighttime detox for your joints.
The Lotus Circulation Ritual. High in the Himalayas, researchers studying Tibetan monasteries found something extraordinary. Every monk there, even those in their late 80s, wakes up light-footed and steady, free from the morning stiffness most seniors know too well. Their secret? A 3-minute nightly movement called the Lotus Circulation Ritual, a simple flow that keeps blood and energy moving while the body rests. When physiologists analyzed these movements during the 2024 Tibet Longevity Collaboration, they found that the monks weren't defying age, they were mastering circulation. The gentle heel lifts and ankle rotations reactivated what's known as the calf muscle pump, the system that pushes blood and lymph back toward the heart. During the day, gravity drags that fluid downward. By nightfall, it pools in the legs, causing swelling, cramps, and the heavy feeling that makes mornings miserable. But the monks never let that stagnation set in. They clear it before sleep. Their nightly sequence, 20 heel raises, 10 ankle circles each way, and gentle knee draws toward the chest, resets circulation and drains the day's fatigue. Modern measurements show how effective this is. Seniors who practiced similar leg activation movements before bed showed -71% less morning stiffness, -89% improvement in first step stability, and half the rate of nighttime leg cramps within 2 weeks. The monks describe it beautifully. We empty the day from our legs before we sleep. It's not magic, it's physics, the kind that keeps blood flowing and joints nourished while you rest. Those who've tried it report the same. No more tripping on the first step out of bed. No more burning ache behind the knees. And finally, sleeping through the night without that restless buzzing in the calves. Think of it as shutting down your body the right way, like idling an engine before turning it off. You wouldn't go from full speed to stop in 1 second, and your circulation shouldn't either. So tonight, try it yourself. Stand beside your bed. Lift your heels 20 times, slow and steady. Sit. Circle each ankle 10 times clockwise, 10 counterclockwise. Then, draw each knee gently toward your chest for 2 deep breaths. 3 minutes. No strain, no force. Just motion with breath. By morning, your legs feel lighter, your balance steadier, and your body, finally, at peace. Secret number 4. The Morning Heat Awakening. In a remote monastery near Lhasa, researchers noticed something unusual about the monks' mornings. Before breakfast, before even speaking, they perform a slow, rhythmic breathing ritual beside steaming bowls of water. To an outsider, it looks like meditation, but inside their bodies, something extraordinary happens. During the 2024 Harvard-Tibet Longevity Collaboration, thermal imaging revealed that this breathing practice increases body temperature by an average of 2.3 degrees Celsius within 6 minutes, without movement, caffeine, or heat sources. That rise in temperature isn't just about warmth. It activates circulation, keeps synovial fluid thin, and protects joints from stiffness. Monks describe it as melting the ice of sleep. Western science calls it thermogenic breath priming, a gentle internal warm-up that prepares muscles before the day begins. According to research from the University of British Columbia's Department of Integrative Physiology, 2023, seniors who used similar breathing-induced heat routines showed 58% better balance in the first 30 minutes after waking, 31% higher joint flexibility, and a 40% reduction in morning back tightness. Here's how it works. When you inhale slowly through your nose and exhale forcefully through your mouth, it increases diaphragm pressure, pushing blood out of the abdominal cavity toward the limbs. This reoxygenates muscles that have been stagnant overnight and gently wakes up the parasympathetic nervous system, the one that tells your body, "You're safe, move freely." For the monks, it's a daily reset. For you, it could mean waking up without that creaky lower back or that slow, stiff shuffle to the kitchen. Here's how to try it safely at home. Sit upright on the edge of your bed, feet flat. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Exhale firmly through pursed lips for 6 seconds, as if blowing out a candle. Repeat for 2 minutes. Then, roll your shoulders and take 3 gentle neck circles. Within days, most people report feeling looser, and after 2 weeks, the results speak for themselves. When a study participant at the Tibetan Institute of Aging tried this, she described it perfectly. "It's like my body remembers how to move again, before I even stand up." This simple 2-minute ritual costs nothing, needs no equipment, and could replace years of stiffness with mobility, all before breakfast. Secret number 3. The bone-warming walk. High in the Himalayan foothills, monks begin each dawn the same way, walking barefoot in silence across cold stone courtyards. Their pace is slow, deliberate, and rhythmic. They call it the bone-warming walk. To an outsider, it looks like meditation in motion, but inside their bodies, something remarkable happens. When researchers from the Swiss Institute for Human Longevity studied monks at the Drepung Monastery in early 2024, they found that their bone density levels, even past age 80, were equivalent to men in their late 50s. Thermal imaging revealed an average rise in lower leg temperature by 1.7 degrees Celsius after only 10 minutes of slow walking, without external heat or exertion. Dr. Mei Tanaka, the lead physiologist, explained why. Each step creates a gentle compression that nourishes bone tissue and pushes fresh oxygen into the marrow. The monks are essentially performing weight-bearing therapy. They just call it prayer. Modern science backs this up. A 2023 study from the University of Copenhagen's Musculoskeletal Aging Unit found that older adults who practiced rhythmic heel-to-toe walking for 10 minutes daily increased bone formation markers by 14% and improved balance by 29%. The slow pacing also strengthens something rarely discussed: your proprioceptive system, the sensory network that helps your body understand where it is in space. This constant microfeedback keeps balance sharp and reduces the risk of falls, one of the leading causes of injury after 60. Monks describe the practice simply: we walk until the body forgets it was ever afraid to move. For Western researchers, that translates to a unique blend of circulatory, neuromuscular, and cognitive activation, all achieved without strain. How to try it at home. Find a quiet space, a hallway, garden path, or even your living room. Go barefoot or wear thin socks to improve foot feedback. Stand tall, shoulders soft, gaze forward. Step heel to toe slowly, feeling every inch of contact with the floor. Inhale on one step, exhale on the next. Walk 100 slow steps forward, then 100 back. That's it. About 5 minutes of mindful motion. In a follow-up experiment from the Tokyo Institute of Movement Science, Seniors who practiced this daily for 2 weeks reported minus 67% less morning stiffness, minus 52% fewer balance wobbles, and minus a 35% increase in walking confidence measured on a stability scale. And perhaps the most powerful result came from their own words. I don't walk to move my body anymore. I walk to remind it that I can. No gym, no supplements, just 5 quiet minutes that may help your bones remember their strength. Secret number 2, the breathing ritual of stillness. When researchers at the University of Zurich's Center for Human Longevity measured the resting heart rates of elderly monks during meditation, they noticed something unusual. Their pulse slowed dramatically, yet oxygen delivery to the brain increased. It wasn't magic, and it wasn't luck. It was a precise breathing rhythm the monks have practiced for centuries, one that modern physiology now understands deeply. They call it the breathing ritual of stillness. It's not about how much air you take in, but how slowly you let it go. Each breath begins deep in the abdomen. Inhale through the nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2, and exhale through pursed lips for 6. That longer exhale activates the vagus nerve, the same nerve Western scientists use to treat anxiety and inflammation. A 2024 study from the Zurich team found that seniors who practiced this breathing pattern for just 5 minutes twice a day lowered their blood pressure by 11 points on average, reduced cortisol levels by 22%, and reported sleeping more soundly. But the monks go further. They visualize the breath moving down the spine, then rising again on the exhale. A mental focus that synchronizes their brain's alpha waves, the same rhythm linked to relaxation and clarity. Neuroimaging confirmed improved coherence between regions that regulate attention and mood, essentially a mechanical calm. As one 74-year-old participant described it, "When I breathe this way, my thoughts stop chasing each other." For Western researchers, that translates to a unique blend of circulatory, neuromuscular, and cognitive activation, all achieved without strain. In simple terms, your brain, heart, and body start talking again. Here's how to try it safely at home. 1. Sit upright on the edge of your bed, feet flat on the ground. 2. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. 3. Hold for 2. 4. Exhale through pursed lips for 6 seconds, as if gently blowing out a candle. 5. Repeat for 2 minutes, staying relaxed. When finished, roll your shoulders and take 3 slow neck circles. That gentle motion keeps oxygen flowing evenly through your upper spine. At the Tibetan Institute of Aging, participants who added this routine to their mornings reported something remarkable: easier first steps, warmer hands, steadier balance. One woman put it simply, "It feels like my body wakes up before I do." This 2-minute ritual costs nothing, requires no equipment, and teaches your nervous system to wake calmly, not in stress, but in sync. To the monks, it's a conversation with the body. To science, it's regulated breathing and neural precision. But to the people who practice it daily, it's just peace, available on demand. Secret number 1. The joint renewal sequence. In medicine, doctors often say, "Cartilage doesn't heal." But what if it can? Just not the way we've been looking. In 2024, researchers from the Harvard-Tibet Longevity Collaboration published a curious finding. While studying elderly monks aged 70 to 90, they discovered something that defied decades of Western orthopedics. The monks' knees and hips showed cartilage density similar to adults in their 40s, no injections, no surgeries. Just a daily practice they call the joint renewal sequence. It isn't intense. In fact, it looks deceptively simple, almost like stretching half asleep. But the secret lies in what it trains: micromobility, warmth, and joint nutrition through circulation. Here's how it works. Each morning, after sitting in stillness, the monks move through 3 gentle stages. 1. The knee flow. Sitting or standing, they slowly bend and extend each knee 10 times, synchronizing motion with breath. The key is pressure variation. It draws synovial fluid, the joint's natural lubricant, back into cartilage, keeping it supple. 2. The hip wave. Next, they place a hand on each hip and move in small circular motions, 5 clockwise, 5 counterclockwise. This mobilizes the pelvic fascia, improving balance and circulation to the legs. 3. The spine lift. Finally, they interlace their fingers, stretch overhead, and rise gently onto their toes for 3 seconds before lowering down. That simple lift decompresses the spine and stimulates posture muscles weakened by years of sitting. When motion analysis was done at Harvard's Orthopedic Research Division, blood flow imaging showed a surge of circulation around major joints within 90 seconds of starting this sequence. After 2 weeks, participants had up to 40% improvement in morning flexibility and significant reduction in joint stiffness scores. But what fascinated researchers most wasn't the movement, it was the timing. The monks always performed the sequence immediately after waking or just before sleep, never in between. According to them, the body heals only when it's between rest and motion, not stuck in either. Western biomechanics later confirmed the same thing. Transitional motion, slow, rhythmic, low impact, triggers cartilage perfusion more effectively than high-intensity exercise. It's the in-between state that tells the body to repair instead of resist. A 2024 Lancet Aging study echoed this discovery. Light mobility before bed improved overnight collagen regeneration in joints by 32% and lowered inflammatory proteins like IL-6 by nearly half. 81-year-old Tenzin Dorje, one of the senior monks in the study, explained it better than any paper. When I stop moving completely, I age. When I move too fast, I break. But when I move slowly, I heal. That, more than anything, captures the philosophy of the joint renewal sequence. It's not exercise, it's nourishment, movement as medicine.